Hello, welcome to my channel Deep Learning Biology. My name is Dr. Vikash Bhardwaj. Now in the course of biological calculation, today I am going to teach you about how to prepare percent solution. So hopefully you must have watched the video of biological calculation in which I have taught you about significant digits. Okay, if you have not, please have a look into that video. Now today in the course biological calculation, I am going to teach you how to prepare percent solution. How to prepare percent solution. Now try to see here. In the laboratory, most of the times you are going to prepare two kind of solution. One is molar solution. Another one is percent solution. So most of the times within the laboratory, what you are going to prepare, either the molar solution or you are going to prepare percent solution. Yes, here I just want to tell you, many times students, they are going to do some simple mistakes. Yes, if they are going to do some simple mistakes while preparing the solution, yes, they are not going to prepare the desired concentration of the solution. So through this video, you will learn how accurately you can prepare percent solution. So in this video, I am going to teach you how to prepare accurately the percent solutions. Now here, hopefully you must be knowing what is a solution. It is a mixture of solute plus solvent. And in any laboratory, whenever we are going to work with solution, we are going to work with some desired concentration. So your working solution is going to have some desired specified concentration, and most of the times it is being expressed as molar concentration, or you are going to have percent concentration. So here what is concentration? It is amount of the solute, okay, amount of the solute dissolved per volume of the solution. Okay, so here you are going to dissolve the solute within the solvent, okay, and amount divided by volume, it is going to tell you about the concentration of the solution. So within the laboratory, what we need, we have to prepare desired concentration. We are going to use some specific concentration of the solution. Now here I also want to tell you, sometimes in the laboratory, what you are going to prepare, you are going to prepare concentrated stock solution. Try to see, it is not an easy task to prepare any chemical solution, and you want to devote most of your time on experiments, not for the preparation of solution. So most of the times what you will see that research scholars, they are going to prepare stock solutions. Okay, these stock solutions are highly concentrated solution. They are going to have much higher concentration of if you compare with the working solution. So in this video, I am also going to teach you how to dilute your solution. Okay, how much amount of solution you will take from your concentrated stock, and how much amount of water, the solvent, you are going to mix, so that you can have your desired concentration of the working solution. So here I am going to teach you how to prepare the percent solution and also how to dilute the percent solution. Okay, so you are going to learn two things. Now here let us see what is a percent solution. In case of percent solution, what you are going to do, okay, you are going to dissolve some specific amount. Okay, let's suppose you have weight x gram. Okay, now if you are going to dissolve that solution, okay, that solute, okay, in 100 ml of the solvent or solution, okay, then you are going to prepare the percent solution. Okay, so you have dissolved your solute, okay, you have taken x gram, and if you have dissolved it in 100 ml of the solution, you have prepared 100 ml solution, then this is your percent solution. Now here in this case, if you are going to see your solute, it is solid, and your solvent, it is liquid. So in this condition, what you are going to prepare, what you have prepared, percent weight by volume solution. Percent weight by volume solution. Now situation can be different also. Here you may have a solute which is liquid in nature. Okay, so if you are going to dissolve, okay, the x ml of the solute, okay, now it is liquid, and if you are going to dissolve it in a solution so that the final solution volume is 100 ml, then you have prepared percent volume by volume solution. Percent volume by volume solution. So try to see here, in the case of percent weight by volume solution, what you have done, you have dissolved x gram of the solute, and you have finally make up the volume 100 ml. Now in the case percent volume by volume, you have dissolved, okay, you have dissolved x ml of the solute, okay, it is now a liquid, and now you have raised the volume to 100 ml. Okay, now your total volume of the solution is 100 ml. Okay, so this way you are going to prepare the percent solution. Okay, now here you will learn more clearly by solving numerical problems. Okay, now let us take one example, how you are going to prepare 200 ml of 95% ethanol. So this is our first example. Okay, try to solve yourself. Okay, how you can prepare 200 ml of 95% ethanol. Can you do this yourself? Okay, don't worry, I will teach you. Now try to see here. Here you have to see everything clearly. Try to see. Here you have to prepare 95% ethanol, and you have to prepare 200 ml. Now try to see here, 95% ethanol. Okay, so you know very well ethanol is liquid. So here you have to prepare percent volume by volume solution. Another important thing, okay, here in a simplified way, you can tell that 95% ethanol means you are going to have 95 ml ethanol per 100 ml of the solution. 95 ml ethanol per 100 ml of the solution. Okay, so try to see, to prepare this, what you need, 95 ml ethanol, and you will add 5 ml water. You will add 5 ml water if you want to prepare 100 ml. Okay, for 100 ml, what you need, 95 ml ethanol and 5 ml water. Okay, and this will make 100 ml 95% ethanol. Now if you have to prepare 200 ml, now try to see here, for 100 ml, what you need, 95 ml ethanol. Okay, for 200 ml, now it is easy. Okay, you can calculate, you have to just multiply it by 2. Okay, for 200 ml, how much ethanol will be required? 2 into 95. Okay, it will come out 190. Okay, so this amount of ethanol will be required. 190 ml of the ethanol will be required. Now Here, if you see the total volume, it is 200 ml, and volume of the ethanol required, it will be 190 ml. How much of the water you are going to add? 200 minus 190, it is 10 ml. So try to see here, you will mix 190 ml ethanol into 10 ml water. So you will add 10 ml water, your total volume will be 200 ml. And if this way you are going to prepare the solution, you have prepared 95% ethanol and the volume will be 200 ml. So it is quite easy. It is quite easy to prepare percent volume by volume solution. So hopefully you have understood this. Now let us move to the next question. Okay. Now next question is how you are going to prepare 200 ml. Okay. How you are going to prepare 200 ml of 7% NaCl. Now try to see here, NaCl is solid, sodium chloride, it is solid. Okay, so here you have to prepare a solution, okay, of 7% NaCl. The total volume should be 200 ml, and here keep in mind the NaCl is solid. So here we are going to prepare weight by volume. Now try to see here. Okay, here if you see 7% NaCl means you have to dissolve, okay, 7 gram, okay, 7 gram, okay, of the NaCl, and you have to finally make up the volume 100 ml. Okay, then you are going to prepare 7% NaCl. Listen carefully. You have to dissolve 7 gram NaCl and the final volume of the solution must be 100 ml. Okay, so try to see for 100 ml, to prepare 100 ml, okay, what you need 7 gram. Okay, and if you want to prepare 1 ml, it is quite easy, 7 by 100 ml. Okay, and you can now easily calculate for 200 ml, it will come out 7 divided by 100, okay, 7 divided by 100 multiplied by 200, it will come out 14 gram. Okay, now here if you see, many times students, what they are going to tell, okay, that if they are going to dissolve 14 gram of the NaCl in 200 ml of water. So you are going to take 200 ml water, and in this if you are going to dissolve, okay, this 14 gram NaCl, you know NaCl is solid, okay, you just mix this, okay, this way you are going to prepare 200 ml 7% NaCl. No, this is not the right way. This is not the right way. Okay, please remember, this is not the right way. Try to see here in this situation, if you are going to dissolve 14 gram NaCl in 200 ml water, what will happen? Volume will rise. Remember, NaCl is solid, it is also going to have some volume, and if you are going to have 200 ml water and if you are going to mix both, what will happen? Volume will rise. This is not the requirement. So you have to prepare 200 ml 7% NaCl, but try to see here. Here now the volume will rise. So how to prepare this? Actually, try to see. You can do this in a very simplified way. What you need, what you have to do, you will take 14 gram of the NaCl. You will take 14 gram NaCl. Initially, you will dissolve it in small amount of water. You will dissolve it in small amount of water. Let it dissolve completely. Then you will add rest amount of water so that the final volume is 200 ml. Okay, now you are controlling the volume also. So you will add water such that the final volume is 200 ml. Okay, if this way you are going to prepare, then you have prepared clearly, accurately 7% NaCl 200 ml. Hopefully you have learned this, how to prepare 7% NaCl 200 ml. Now, if you see, let's take the next question. The next question is, if 25 gram there is X solute, and if it is being dissolved in 500 ml water, if 25 gram X is dissolved in 500 ml water, what is the percent concentration of solution? Yes, you can do this. It is quite easy. Okay, if you remember, in case of percent, okay, so here you see solute is in gram, okay, it is percent weight, and by volume, the volume is 500 ml. So you have dissolved 25 gram in 500 ml and just multiplied it by 100. Okay, you will get to know the percent concentration of solution. Okay, just multiply it by 100, and if you solve this, 25 divided by 5, it will come out 5%. Okay, so if you are going to dissolve 25 gram of the X solute in 500 ml solution, so here also you are going to make up the final volume 500 ml. Okay, so this way you have prepared the 5% weight by volume, okay, percent solution. Hopefully now it is clear in your mind how to prepare percent solution. Quite easy, quite simple. Now let us move, okay, to the dilution problem, because I have told you, you have to also dilute in certain situations the percent solution. Sometimes you are going to have a stock. Okay, now this stock is highly concentrated. Okay, from the stock you have to take out some X amount of the solution, and you have to dilute it with rest amount of water. You will add water so that you can now have some desired concentration of the solution. Now try to see here. So in the dilution, what you are going to do, you will take some amount from the stock. Okay, then you will add in this rest amount of water. Okay, and this way you are going to prepare the working solution. So most of the times in any laboratory, the scientists, they are working using some desired concentration of the solution. Okay, so this working solution is going to have some desired concentration, and most of the times we are going to prepare this from the stock solution. Now here keep in mind, if you have such situation that from stock solution you have to prepare a working solution, you can use very simple formula, that is C1V1 is equal to C2V2. So if you have to dilute the solution, you can do this, and you can solve numericals based on this relation, that is C1V1 is equal to C2V2. Okay, now here C1 is concentration of the stock solution, V1 is the amount what you have taken from the stock. Okay, C2, it is the concentration of the stock, of the working solution. V2 is the final volume of the working solution. So here keep in mind, this is the relation you have to use. C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Now let us solve some numerical problem. Everything will become clear. You have 20% X solution and you want to prepare 5% X. Okay, and your desired volume required is 200 ml. So try to see here, you have 20% X solution and you want to prepare 5% X and your desired volume is 200 ml. So here you have to use this relation, C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Okay, so here you are going to have a stock solution. Okay, from the stock you have to prepare the working solution. Okay, now here if you see, your stock solution is going to have a concentration that is 20%. Okay, and here from the stock you are going to take some amount, okay, of the solution, okay, that is going to be the volume 1. You will take volume 1, okay, and next you will add rest amount of water to this and you will prepare the desired concentration. And here we want to prepare 200 ml 5% X. So in this situation our need is that our working solution must have a concentration that is 5% and our volume, the desired volume is 200 ml. So here you can play, okay, whatever you can in front of you. If you are going to have different situation in the lab, let's suppose you want to prepare 10 ml, you want to prepare 20 ml, you want to prepare different concentration. Okay, just by using this relation C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2, you can solve this. Now try to see here how we can solve this problem easily. So here you have to identify, you must identify what is C1, what is V1, what is C2, what is V2. Try to see here. Here in this case, okay, if you see, we have to use this relation C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. So here if you see C1, it is 20%. V1, okay, what volume we will take, we don't know. Okay, now C2 is 5% and V2, the final volume required is 200 ml. So now it is quite easy. Okay, so just use this relation. Okay, so now try to solve this. 20 into V1, okay, is equal to 5 into 200. Now if you solve this for V1, it will come out 5 into 200 divided by 20, and if you are going to solve this, it will come out 50 ml. Quite easy. Quite easy. So from the stock, okay, now it is clear, you will take 50 ml and now try to see here what amount of water you have to add. 200 minus 50, because your final volume was 200, so you will minus 50. Okay, so means you will add 150 ml of water. Okay, so here from the stock A you will take 50 ml and you will add 150 ml water. Okay, this way you have prepared 5% 200 ml solution, okay, of X. Okay, hopefully you have learned this. It is quite simple. Now let us move forward and try to solve some more complex problems. Try to see, if 8 ml of water, if 8 ml of water is added to 2 ml 95% ethanol, if 8 ml of water is added to 2 ml 95% ethanol, what is the concentration of diluted ethanol solution? Okay, now here also we are going to use the same relation, C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Now here you have to think clearly. Okay, so here you are going to have initially 8 ml water. Okay, you are going to have just 8 ml water, and into this you are adding 2 ml 95% ethanol. Now you have to calculate what is the concentration of the diluted ethanol solution. Okay, so in 2 ml 95% ethanol, if you are going to add 8 ml water, okay, yes, your solution will become diluted. Okay, now here we have to calculate the concentration of the diluted ethanol solution. Okay, so here also we are going to use the relation C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Okay, try to solve yourself. If you can do this, try to do yourself. Okay, if not, be with me, I am going to teach you. Now try to see here, what is the value of C1, what is the value of V1, what is the value of C2, what is the value of V2. You have to think clearly. Okay, so you are going to use the same relation, C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Now here in this question, the value of C1 is 95, V1 is 2 ml. Okay, so you have taken, okay, 2 ml 95% ethanol. Okay, now we have to calculate C2. Okay, we have to calculate C2, and here what do you think, what is the V2? You have added 8 ml water to 2 ml ethanol. Now try to think here, the final volume is 8 plus 2, 10. 8 plus 2, 10. Okay, many times students, they are going to do mistake, they will take 8. No. So here your final volume is 2 plus 8, 10 ml. Okay, so if you are going to put all these value, okay, now it is quite easy. So if you solve this, 95 into 2, okay, divided by 10, it is going to tell you the value of C2. Okay, so this way, if you are going to solve this, okay, you will get to know the concentration, the final concentration. It is 190 divided by 10, it will come out 19%. Okay, so now if you try to see here in this numerical problem, you have added to 2 ml 95% ethanol solution, 8 ml water. Okay, you have diluted the solution. The final concentration of the ethanol here is now 19%. Just you have to use the relation C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Quite easy. Now let us move forward. Okay, we will solve slightly more complex numerical problem. Okay, now question is, how many microliters of 20% SDS required? How many microliters of 20% SDS required to bring 1.5 ml of solution to 0.5%? Try to read the question clearly. This is very much important. How many microliters of 20% SDS required to bring 1.5 ml of solution to 0.5%? Now, don't worry, I will make you understand. Try to see here. Okay, so here also you are going to use the relationship C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Now, here you have to think clearly what is going to be the value of C1, what is going to be the value of V1, what is going to be the value of C2, what is going to be the value of V2. Now, here, if you see in this question, you are going to have a stock of 20% SDS. Okay, you have a stock of 20% SDS. Okay, sodium dudecyl sulfate. So you are detergent. So you are having a 20% SDS solution. Now, from this, okay, you are taking out some amount, and now you are adding this to 1.5 ml solution. Okay, so there is another solution. okay, 1.5 ml. Now you have added from the stock, okay, 20% SDS from the stock, you have taken out some amount, and now it's your desire, you want that in the second working solution, the concentration of SDS must be 0.5%. Now we have to calculate what amount we have to take out. Okay, so hopefully you now have the clarity what is the question. Okay, so from the 20% SDS stock, how much amount you will take, and you will add it to 1.5 ml solution, and the desired is that the final concentration of the SDS in the working solution must be 0.5%. So how many microliters you have to take? Okay, it's quite easy, don't worry. Okay, let us suppose here you have to add, you are taking X ml. Okay, from the stock you are taking X ml. Okay, now here you have to, I have told you have to calculate everything, C1, V1, C2, V2. So here the final volume, what is going to be the final volume? Try to see, earlier you were having 1.5 ml, okay, and in this you have added now X ml. So 1.5 plus X ml, this is going to be the volume to your final volume. Hopefully this is clear. Okay, so from the stock, let's suppose you are taking X ml. Okay, there was a solution, okay, which was having a volume 1.5 ml. Into this you have added X ml, then the final volume, it is going to be 1.5 ml plus X ml. Okay, so this is your V2. The final concentration, what is the desired concentration? C2, it is, hopefully you know, in the question it has been mentioned, 0.5%. Okay, next, what is initial volume? Okay, so that is X ml. So you are going to take X ml from the stock, and what is the initial, okay, concentration? Okay, yes, it has been mentioned in the question, it is 20%. Okay, so all these value C1, V1, C2, V2 is clear. Okay, now you are going to put C1, V1. Here you see C1 is 20%. Okay, so you have to use the relation C1, V1 is equal to C2, V2. So here C1 is 20%, V1 is, okay, X ml. Okay, C2 is 0.5%, V2 is 1.5 plus X ml. So 1.5 ml plus X ml. Okay, now you solve this. Okay, C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. Okay, so put 20 into V1 X ml, okay, is equal to, what is the value of C2? 0.5%. Okay, then V2 is 1.5 plus X. Okay, now solve this. Okay, we are not taking percent. Okay, so 20 into X is equal to 0.5 in the bracket 1.5 plus X. Now solve this. Okay, 20X, okay, is equal to, okay, you multiply 0.5 with 1.5, okay, it is 0.75 plus 0.5X, you take 0.5X on other side, 20X minus 0.5X is equal to 0.75. Okay, now you have to solve this. Okay, hopefully it is clear. Okay, now 19.5x is equal to 0.75. 19.5x is equal to 0.75. Okay, x, it will come out 0.75 divided by 19.5. Try to see x. Okay, so it is the volume in ml. Okay, so here if you remember, we are going to take x. Okay, so answer will come in ml here initially. So 0.75 divided by 19.5, it is 0.0385 ml. Remember, 1 ml is going to have 1000 microliter. 1 ml is going to have 1000 microliter. So if you convert, okay, so 0.0385 ml, it is 38.5 microliter. 38.5 microliter. So hopefully now it is clear in your mind. Okay, you will take from that 20% SDS stock, you will take 38.5 microliter and you will add into 1.5 ml solution. In this situation, the concentration of SDS will reach 0.5%. Okay, hopefully it is clear. 1 ml, it is going to have 1000 microliter, and if you see the final volume of your working solution, it will be 1.5 ml plus 38.5 microliter. So 1.5 ml is 1500 microliter plus 38.5 microliter. Okay, and if you are going to solve this, your final volume will be 1538.5 microliter. Okay, so hopefully it is clear how you are going to prepare, how you are going to solve such type of numerical problem. So from this video, hopefully it is clear how you can prepare easily percent solution, how you can dilute percent solution. Okay, now finally, thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share the video and subscribe to my channel Deep Learning Biology. If you want to support us, you can scan the code. If you wish to support, you can support us. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.